Hello, everyone. Good morning. This is Evangelist, the Gospel Preacher. Um, it's Sunday, ready for church, about to go off and go to church. God bless every one of you. Good morning. I just want to give you a little word to be humble and to be kind. Remember that, God exalts the humble, and God shows mercy to those that shows mercy. He shows mercy to whom He wants to show mercy to. And He also said that those that give mercy, show mercy, shall also obtain mercy. And Jesus said that when you do this to the least of these ones, meaning when you give them clothes, you give them food, you give them money, you help them out, you help the homeless, whatever you do for the poor, that will God will reward you. He will pay you back for all the goodness and the kindness that you've given to His people. So I just want to encourage you, to be humble before the Lord, be humble before men and women. Be humble before men and women. Be humble before the Lord. In everything you do, in everywhere you go, who you meet, always practice humility and humbleness. There was a time, a couple of days ago, I was at the store. Me and this Spanish lady, we came online. It's like we came in the line. We're trying about to pay at the cashier. We came online, on the line. We came at the same time, but I think I got there before her, a step before her, or I was just closer to the cashier. And she I don't know, she said to me, "Ma'am, I was here." And I'm like, "What, this thing's here, are your things?" She said, "No, she's waiting for the cashier." She said that she was there. So I said, "Okay." And this lady literally moved in front of me. I don't know what her problem was, but I was there first. I mean, I was, even if we got there at the same time, I was by the register first. So my things were like, my car was there, ready to be disposed on the groceries, ready to be, you know, dumped on the conveyor. But I don't know, but you know what, because of God, I didn't want to argue. I could have asked her. I could have said to her, "No, you stay right there while I stay here. I go first, and you go next after me." I could have said that, but you know what? Because I don't want to go in my car and start feeling like a hypocrite. Okay, I'm preaching about God. I'm preaching being kind, humble, but here I am fighting in the grocery store with the Spanish lady. I just simply moved out of the way and just let her go. Although, I was in front of her. I just moved out of the way and let her go. And, she paid for her groceries. And, so I don't know why. Maybe she got upset that I got there before her and she really wanted to be in front of me. I don't know. But I left her alone. I know she went in her car and she wasn't feeling guilty and she didn't care. But for me, I was somewhat at peace knowing that I didn't force, I didn't fight. Maybe when we got to the line, I should have just gone ahead and let her go first in the first instance. But, anyhow, I didn't think to do that. I didn't bother. So you see, people of God, children of God, when you are a godly person, and when you're preaching about God or preaching about the things of God, telling people about God, you have to live the life. You have to live what you're preaching. You have to live what you're preaching. So I moved out of the way and let her go first. And I didn't, I didn't let it bother me. It almost bothered me, but I'm like, no, 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 I'm gonna leave that alone, because at the end of the day, I didn't want to go in my car and start driving home and start feeling like a hypocrite, feeling like, okay, you've been preaching about God. I look at your attitude. Because in the past, I would get mad and start yelling at the store. And I'm like, oh God. And when I get out the store and I get in my car, and I'm like, oh God, did I just yell? Did I just start arguing with people? Oh my God, oh my God. I didn't want to ever feel like that. So I just let this lady just have a way. And even in the stores, anywhere I go, I just let people have their way. Just have your way. To follow Christ is to give up your whole right. Give up your right of defending yourself. When you do that, God will defend you. The angels of the Lord that were dispatched over your life will defend you. It's important that when our pastors are not looking, when our church members are not looking, when our YouTube followers are not, our social media followers are not looking, it's also good to practice humility and kindness when nobody's looking. Your real you is who your real you is when nobody's looking. I could come in front of you and be such an angel, or be such a queen, and be such a princess, and sweet, and all that stuff. But behind your back, behind closed doors, what is my attitude? Behind closed doors, this Behind closed doors, what is my attitude? How am I treating people? How am I treating people? How am I treating God? How am I treating the ministry? How am I treating the things of God? How am I treating God? You know, when you're not looking, when nobody's looking. So it's important. And when people need food, or when I see someone that's hungry, and I can have the money, I can afford it, I go buy food. These things I do because my God in heaven is watching me. I'm not too much worried about people seeing me. I'm worried about people, God watching me. I don't want God to say, you know what, I'm going to expose you because you here preaching the gospel, but you have a different attitude when nobody's watching you. And I don't want to do that. In my house, when I'm by myself, nobody's home. I'm out on YouTube watching the Christian YouTubers, people that they're posting godly things, or I'm reading the Bible, or I'm praying, or I'm getting some things done. Who I am when nobody's watching is the true me. And I don't worry about people watching me anymore. I worry about God watching me, because God is seeing everything. He's seen everything. When I go in the toilet, he sees what I'm doing in the toilet. When I go in the bathroom, he sees what I'm doing in the bathroom. When I'm in the kitchen, he sees what I'm doing in the kitchen. When I'm in the closet, I close the door, he sees what I'm doing in the closet. You know, when I'm inside a room with a man, God sees what I'm doing. He sees whether I'm doing something holy with the man, or something demonic and worldly with the man. God sees everything that I'm doing. God sees how I treat my children. God sees how I treat people. So it's always important. Everywhere you are, humble yourself that God will elevate you. Be kind to people when they need food, when they need money. If you can help, if you're able to help, you help. When someone said, I need help with my baby, I gotta go to work, I don't have babysitter money, the babysitter won't take my baby because I don't have no money to pay her. My job is, don't my job is like, don't worry about it. You go to work, I watch your child, and I don't need a dime from you. I don't need a dime. You go to work and I watch your baby. Be humble, be kind to people. When someone at your job, they need a ride, they don't have a car. Someone at your job, they need a ride and they don't have a car. You know, give them a ride. Give them a ride. Give them a ride home. You don't have to, if you're going the same direction, you don't have to charge them for gas. If you have gas, if you're able to put gas in your car by yourself, you don't have to charge them nothing. Just be good to them, be kind to them, because of God. God is watching you. God is watching you. Show mercy to people. There was one time I was coming from Walmart, and I saw this lady, African lady. She was holding on her head a microwave. She was walking, carrying a box on her head. And I knew this lady. For something told me this lady's going a long distance. I turned around and I asked the lady, "Do you need a ride?" And she said yes. And I put her microwave in my car, put her at the back of my car, took her home. I could hear her at the back of the car just telling God thank you, telling God thank you. Maybe in her heart she was asking God to bring someone to give her a ride. I could hear her saying thank you. And she was such a woman of God. She was so grateful. When I dropped her home, she showed me her apartment. She said, "This is where I live. If you need to visit me, this is where I live." You see, God can use us to help people. We don't know people, we don't know who needs help. We don't If you can help it, if you can help it. If you see someone in distress and you see someone need money, you see someone needs food, open your mouth and ask them, "Do you need help?" One time I was in the line, in the cashier line, and a lady, white lady, I think she's a prostitute because I've seen her, or maybe she's a drug addict. Maybe she's both. I don't know. But I've seen her next to my apartment. I've seen her walking, where I live, my apartment complex. I've seen her walking down the street. I've seen her. I know. I think I kind of know what she does or something like that. You know, people that into drugs or into prostitution. When you see them, you kind of know. You kind of know because you can see the fruit. But anyway, who was at Walmart, and she was in line. I was in line. She came behind the lady, and the lady said to her where she can go in front because she had only one or two items, two cans of food, and she was behind me. She came behind me and she started crying. And I'm like, "Do you need help? Are you gonna be able to afford your food? Do you need me to pay for your food?" She said, "Yes." No, I think I asked her, "Do you have money to pay for your food?" She said, "I hope the money I have will be enough." I hope. She was just crying. I said, "Just put it right there. I'll pay for it. Don't worry. Just put it down there." You see, we have to be very sensitive. Be sensitive towards people. Be sensitive towards God. She didn't have a lot of groceries. It was just two items. I didn't have a lot of money. The little money I had, I was able to pay for my stuff and her things. That was just small little kindness. Little kindness we show to people. Look, she's a drug dealer. I mean, She said she said drug addict, something drug addict, and I'm sure she does something for prostitution as well, because I've seen her in that street. And you just kind of can tell. But that didn't stop God from telling me to pay for her food. God knows her life. God knows her struggle. God knows what she's going through. God knows the type of devil holding her down. I paid for her food and I left. I paid for her food and I left. Everywhere I go, if I can help anyone, I help. If I cannot, I just simply can't, because it's not in my power. It's not in my power to help. But whoever can help, the Lord touches me to help. You know, you have to be willing. Without nobody asking you, without no one falling on their knees begging you, you have to be willing to help. You have to be willing to go for the help. Thank you so much, everybody. This is your evangelist, the Lord Preacher. Please share my video, subscribe, like, and comment. God bless you, everyone. I have to go now. The phone is ringing. I have to go to church too. God bless you, everybody. Bye-bye.